Okay, let's check out this replay right here. Before I start the replay, I'm always like attentive to know what were the hits in neutral that actually caused damage in the game. I usually always pause at the places where people got damaged, and I want to think about like why it happened. Um, Not only like why it happened or how the event of someone getting hit came to be, but like also if it's an option that would generally happen in a normal game. So it should happen often enough to the point where it matters. It's not something random. So let's see who gets the first hit. I don't think movement is something that you can learn very easily with replays. Um, but at least if you look at the ways that move hits, then you'll learn that options work, and all you have to do is keep on trying them until they work. All right. So they're just moving around. He tries to punish racing on the ground with 6XA. Um, okay, nothing really much happening here, I guess, except for the fact that they're trying to move around well with each other. First hit was a fly behind J5A. I guess it's something that would happen often enough in a real match. Um, it's an idea, I guess, but Miluki didn't really convert off of it that much. All right, block string. All right. Um, Second thing that happened that actually mattered quite a bit was Alice dashing through Raisin's 236. Now, I sort of discard this option right now, mostly because I don't think most of the people I play in this community will actually dash forward after 2A to dodge the 236. So, don't think too hard about this because you also have to think about, what kind of players you face. And just from knowledge, I'm going to tell you that people are not going to, for the most part, not going to dash after 2A to dodge the 236. So you don't have to worry about this too much. Alright. Whiffing J5A. As soon as you see someone whiff J5A, you F5A. Um, Honestly, I feel like that Alice should have probably flown away after that first initial J5A. In which case, it would be more important for you to J8A her. J8A her out of the air. Yeah, that's how you say it. But this is the hit that Milky got, and it's always good, I guess, to F5A people in the land. So that's the second hit in neutral. That's going to limit. Alright, no. Missed combo, so big opportunity loss for Milky right here. And now we're going back to neutral, and we're going to pause it the next time someone gets a hit. That means something. That was a little random. Shot the spinning doll right there. Okay, ran after 6XA. So you know that so if you block 6XA and you go forward, if Alice does 236 into high jump J5A, then you're gonna dodge it. Um, Another thing that Alice might do is she's just going to 6XA right block into 5A, and that would potentially get you hit. But if you mash, then you beat Alice. However, I don't think most people do anything after 6XA. Like, they probably are going to most likely block, if it's right blocked anyway. So dashing forward is a good option here. Alright, good 6C. Let's go and see if someone gets Oki. Alright, he gives up Oki. And he's just chasing Alice around at this point. Okay, so I'm guessing a J6A is coming. I don't know if he's gonna get hit, or if Raisin is going to snipe her. Okay, no. Alright, so it did happen that Raisin actually managed to snipe her out of the J6A, which is kind of interesting because when I first saw Alice starting up the J6A, I had a feeling like the J6A was actually gonna hit, but it didn't. So it got Miluki got the hit. Now I guess the idea here is that I'm pretty sure you've heard this before, that Raisin is supposed to snipe Alice out of her J6A by staying exactly on the perfect range for J6A to whiff, and they J5B through that J6A. Now that sounds hella complicated because you can't really tell spacing that precisely, but it's something that you sort of have to get used to. What you just have to know is that you have to be confident that if you try to shoot B bullets at a certain distance from Alice, eventually it's gonna hit, and you have to be ready also to get the combo too. So you can't just shoot B bullets and then not combo because that would kind of suck, and that wouldn't really matter much to a game. So alright, so he got the hit, and this is how the another important hit happened in neutral. Miluki sniping Alice's J6A. So here we have a combo. Alright, nice. And all of this, I think he got 2 combos and a bit of chip damage overall. Um, there was the fly down, there was the fly behind J5A. I don't remember the first hit anymore, but I know this one hit is just he whiffed. He basically shot B out of Alice's J6A range. All right, so that's good. Okisame. Okay. So he's looking forward for the Hangeki, I guess. In which case he did 5B into high jump. All right, good. So in the ground, 668 tends to beat Alice. Alice is 668. If you're fast enough, it has the possibility to actually work. Um, of course, I've only seen this happen once, like right here in this match. But I'm going to assume that it actually works. Okay, just because that's sort of how you learn. If you want to get more consistent results on what kind of stuff is real, then you have to watch the same set. I mean, you have to watch replays from the same set and see if certain options worked more than others. What I know from this set is that 668 worked, and thus 668 is a good idea when Alice is on the ground. Um, Unless you get hit by F5A, of course. Alright, shot at 236, high jumped, and flew down back into the ground. Alice probably could have air to air that, but see. But Miluki stayed safe, I think, by dashing immediately after he jumped, because that's harder to air, don't always hold your high jump and let yourself go higher and higher, because that could actually potentially get you hit by Jaded Ace and all that. So it's a good thing that he flew up and then flew down immediately. Alright, let's look at the next hit in neutral. Alright, air to air J5A. Now, I don't think this Alice is playing it very safe right here, because this is not really something that Alice tends to do a lot, fly in and try to J5A her. But now you know that if you shoot a 60 at Alice, then that probably is going to beat out her J5A. It's probably going to anti-air her. I think 6B would have worked there too. 2 through 6C would have worked there too. So Miluki has anti-airs. Alright, so that was a good combo. Let's see the Okisame. Okay. Alright, he's blocking a little too much. Okay, this is a really interesting block string. Okay. Alright, I don't know if the next thing is going to actually still be broken or... Okay, yeah, this is broken. Why are these replays not working? Okay, this one isn't working, so I'm gonna look at the other one that potentially could also be broken. First hit in neutral, what is it? Okay, Miluki saw Yuyuko fly in and he blocked the J5A. Not a good idea. If you're close to... The thing I can learn from this is, if you're close to Yuyuko enough, you have to choose an option quickly, because she can come at you with J5A, and you'd have to block that into an air string. So that's dangerous, alright? Or he could have done J6A, I guess, to try to counter Yuyuko. Either way, like, I feel like whenever you're close to Yuyuko, you always have to take a quick option. But it was kind of out of the sudden. It was kind of too quickly to really notice. So I guess Miluki couldn't really do much there. Alright, so he's shooting a lot of B bullets in order to catch J2B. Yuyuko hasn't really done anything crazy to punish his J2Bs yet. Okay, so you did a 3A, 5B, and a J-A. So now you, if you look back at that, then you can pay attention to, him probably reacting pretty quickly to that border escape into a J-A to get Yuyuko in an air block string. Okay, that's sort of weird. I don't think if I count that as a real hit, but, I guess if Yuyuko tries to do some silly stuff when she when you whiff your Jaded A, I guess you could hit her. But I don't really count this very much. So this is gonna be a combo. It's a knockdown. Alright, good J2A Okizeme. So Yuko is sort of scared of what Racing could potentially done. Okay. This could be beaten out by forward border escape, but Miluki was sort of just jumping forward, J4 forward, and Jaded A. Now, I'm pretty sure the J4 forward Jaded A was actually a reaction. But the thing I can get from this is that you're still plus if you do that, okay? So if you react that way, by setting yourself up in that situation, then the other person can't really do much about it. So that's sort of a block string I haven't really thought of either, to be honest. 236, jump forward, and then react. Alright. So he flew forward after Yuko shot at J2C. Sort of dangerous, but I guess if Yuko tries to J2A you a little too early, and you fly past her, you could potentially just dodge her, honestly. Alright, let's see who gets the next hit in neutral then. Okay, so this Yuko is retreating a little too much, and Racing got a good hit on her. When it comes to the interaction between Racing's J5A and Yuko's 2B, I honestly just feel like, you just have to be early. You shouldn't really be scared to get hit by 2B, because if you're fast enough, you're gonna hit her out of it. So it's just sort of a situation where, like, the better you are at hitting J5A, the more likely you are to beat Yuko's 2B. Not much you can really think about there. Interesting too, like, he whiffed the J5A, but because Yuko 2B'd, he could still Jaded A, even after the B. So it's quite nice, actually. That's gonna be a knockdown. So he's gotten his he's gotten a lot of hits from pressure, and just generally Yuko being sort of scared of him. Okay, this is also something that you want to pay attention to. I don't think people are gonna do this very often in the West, but it's sort of neat to point down, I guess. J2A isn't going to reach back dash coin Yuko, so alright. Let's look at the next hit in neutral, I guess, that happens, which probably might be Typhoon. Okay, F5A. If F5A gets coined, 3A doesn't reach. Something nice to think about. Okay, so it looks like Racing is gonna win this round, of mostly Yuko being sort of scared of him, and his pressure too, of course. His ability to always chase after T36 border escape. So is good Miluki. It's really good to learn from his pressure, I guess. I don't really do his pressure a lot. I do sort of stuff different. But at least you can see how, like, his ability to not get mashed after the opponent border escapes T36. So that's good. Second hit in neutral. Also something you want to think about. If you block Yuko's J6A, you're most likely going to get a clean punish with F5A. So always be ready to get a clean punish of J6A with F5A starter. Alright. Those are LRE setup, and because of that sort of risky decision that this guy took, he took quite a bit of damage. So Miluki now has the big advantage. Alright, so he's not gonna do much because he has coin. So this is one of the coin block strings that Racings tend to do, which isn't really a lot. It's just 5A, 5B, hoping that the opponent just border escapes with coin. At least that wastes one of the resources. Jaded A is gonna whiff. He did it past Yuko at that point. So what you could get from here is that generally you don't want to whiff. You don't want to whiff your Jaded A. You want to look at the spacings where Jaded A actually hits, not where it whiffs. All right, next hit in neutral. Okay, be careful not to tech that air tech that often versus Yuko. Might be end up a bad idea. Alright, so you did a J2B there, I guess hoping that Yuko would jump into it with a J5A and get hit by it. But this Yuko just got hit by J2B straight from the ground. I guess J2B is something that works versus Yuko too, honestly. The only thing that you really have to worry about is her 6C right there. But it seems like this guy isn't really doing a lot of 6C in general, so it's something that works. It's something that you sort of have to pay attention in relative to who you're playing with. So, you know, you gotta know your opponent, I guess. Alright, so it was a good combo. Good. I didn't know that worked actually. Even though he crouched, he did a 2AA jump J2B, and that actually caught the 2A mash. So that's pretty nice. Alright. I think the difference between Miluki and you here would have been that you would have actually tried a high jump after a 2 and 4. Honestly, I feel like people try to catch people high jump canceling their bullets too often, and that they actually whiff if the opponent doesn't actually cancel their bullets and just tries to go for the full recovery. I don't know if this is something that would happen versus Western players, but it's good to pay attention to see if they actually do that. The thing that's important is that you know, I can mix up between high jump canceling my 214 or not high jump canceling it. So, all right. As always, you block J6A and you do a clean F5A punish. Alright, good J2B usage. Miluk is really protecting himself well from air-to-airs with J2B. So, just as a general understanding, I feel like this Yuyuko isn't doing enough 6xc. And when Yuyuko is not doing enough 6xc, that means that you can do more J2B, which allows you to hit her very often. Alright, good J6A usage. Okay, so that was the first 6xc in the whole match. Good Hengeki. Tries to SCP him, but runs away. SCP is sort of a fair option sometimes, but I don't really like it that much because it can get J28, and that really hurts. Alright, that last hit was Miluki flying above the sea line, I like to call it. I mean, the area where ghosts travel, I guess the ghost track is what I call it. If you really think about it, Yuko never really tends to fly with her ghosts on her. She tends to fly over the ghosts. So if you just wait a bit and you air-to-air Yuko, who's flying above the ghost, you can actually always hit her out. It's kind of crazy actually. But yeah, that's how this match ended. Alright. So if I were you right now, like, even though this doesn't really feel like a lot, this is what I learned from this match. What I learned from this match is that Miluki is really good at chasing off border escapes with 236. And one of the catches that he does is someone border escapes at 236 while he's jumping forward, and then he reacts with J44 J8A. Another thing that he does when the opponents have coin is he does save B-bullet block strings with the hope that the opponent actually presses B, so that wastes at least one of the resources that they have. Another thing is this Yuko isn't nearly 6xing enough, and because of that, Raisin can J2B quite often. The less your Yuko 6x's, the more opportunities you have to catch your Yuko doing stuff with J2B. So that's good. Another thing, let's see. Let's see if I forgot another thing. I think those, I mean, I can go to the replay really quick and see. Alright, say, oh, right. Oh, yeah, that's right. A clean punish on Yuyuko's J6A is F5A starter. So you want to remember that too. Yuyuko's J6A gets easily punished by that move if you block it. Another thing you want to remember is 214. You don't always want to cancel 214. And that's basically the stuff I learned from this match. And these happen. I mean, yeah, some of them weren't actually straight hits, like I said. I would say the straight hits were mostly just Miluki doing block strings that chase Yuko down, and J2B actually did a lot of work this specific game. Apart from that, nothing really much happened. I guess that those F5A punishes really meant a lot this game too. So that's a lot. So it's really bad on Yuko's side. Uh, as for understanding movement and all that, I'd have to look uh, at a longer. I have to look at the whole set versus this specific player to see the kind of stuff that Milky does when he's close to that Yuko. But I only have one replay on this, so I can't really check that out. And you gave me one game. You gave me all games that are not really related to each other at all. So, but yeah, that's basically what I learned. And I'm sure that you can do the same for like every other replay that you watch. Uh, I'll try to I'll try to get the other replays working. If not, it would be nice if you sent me like another packet, I guess. And hopefully, like you sent me like a few more games of the same set to see if something actually changes or something like that. All right, see ya.